There is someone in your life right now who does not wish you well. You may not have named it yet. You may not even feel it clearly. But somewhere in your gut, something has been telling you that a certain person leaves you feeling smaller after every interaction. You walk away from them confused. You replay conversations, wondering what just happened. You question your own memory. You apologize for things you are not sure you even did. That feeling is not weakness. That feeling is your instincts trying to protect you. The person causing it has learned something that most people never figure out, that the easiest way to control someone is to make them doubt themselves. They do not use chains. They use smiles. They use just enough warmth to keep you close, and just enough coldness to keep you off balance. They have built a system, and without realizing it, you have been living inside it. The first thing you must understand is this. Never let them know you see the pattern. The moment you tip your hand and say, "I know what you are doing," the whole game shifts. They do not collapse. They adapt. They become more careful, more calculated, harder to catch. So instead of revealing what you know, you do the opposite. You let them believe they are still winning. You are your most neutral expression. You nod. You stay quiet. And while they think they are moving the pieces, you are watching the entire board. The person who appears to be losing is often the one building the most precise plan. The second principle follows naturally. Stop feeding them material. Every fear you have shared, every wound you have opened up about, every dream you have whispered in a moment of trust, that information does not disappear with people like this. It gets stored. It gets used later, usually at the worst possible moment, precisely because they know it will land. So you begin to guard yourself. Not out of bitterness, but out of wisdom. You keep the surface conversation light. You let silence fill the spaces where confessions used to live. Real connection earns its depth over time through consistent action, not through someone pushing you to open up faster than feels right. When a person digs for your vulnerabilities before they have earned your trust, that is not curiosity, that is reconnaissance. The third move is the one that breaks their rhythm entirely. Stay calm when they want chaos. Every manipulator depends on getting a reaction from you. Your anger, your tears, your panic, these are fuel. The moment you go silent instead of loud, the moment you breathe instead of shout, everything they prepared becomes useless. They escalate. They push harder. They grow louder. And you stay exactly the same. There is nothing more disarming to a person who trades in drama than someone who simply refuses to participate in it. They expect a storm from you and find still water. Eventually, they exhaust themselves. They end up looking like the unstable one while you stand there composed, having never raised your voice once. The fourth move takes patience, but its payoff is the cleanest of all. Do not expose them. Let them expose themselves. Manipulators always slip. They tell slightly different versions of the same story to different people. They forget what lie they told last month. They get comfortable and sloppy. And over time, other people begin to notice. The ones who once defended them start seeing the cracks. If you rush to expose a manipulator before the ground is ready, they will use your urgency against you. You will look reactive. You will look bitter. But if you step back, live quietly, and let time do its work, the truth surfaces on its own without you having to carry it. That is a far stronger position to be in. When you are ready to create distance, do it without a dramatic announcement. This is the fifth principle, and it is one of the most important. A long, emotional farewell gives them another stage to perform on. They will cry. They will promise change. They will pull on every string they have spent months learning how to pull. Instead, you simply become less available. You take longer to reply. You are suddenly occupied when they want your time. You give shorter answers. You stop volunteering your energy. You stay polite but unreachable, friendly but no longer invested. You do not push them out. You make yourself gradually useless to them. And because people like this are driven by what they can extract, they will move on quietly once there is nothing left to take. No fight. No final conversation. No story for them to twist. Just a slow, clean exit that leaves them with nothing to work with. The sixth thing you can do is build and protect your inner circle. Manipulative people despise this. They cannot survive around individuals who think clearly, care genuinely, and cannot be easily charmed. So they will try to dismantle your relationships from the outside. They will plant doubts about your closest friends. They will suggest your family is too involved in your life. They will find subtle ways to increase the distance between you and anyone who might tell you the truth. Recognize this pattern immediately. The people in your life who knew you before you had anything, who tell you when you are wrong, who feel something is off even when they cannot name it. Those people are your greatest protection. Keep them close. Keep the manipulator away from them. A small, honest circle is worth more than an enormous group of people who only reflect back what you want to hear. And the last principle, the one that renders every manipulative strategy powerless, is simply this: become unreadable. They can only control what they can predict. They study your expressions, your reaction times, your patterns. So you slow all of it down. You let your face stay neutral. You take your time before responding. You listen more than you speak. You stop letting every emotion you feel become visible the moment it arrives. This is not about becoming cold or hollow. You can still love deeply. You can still feel everything fully. You simply stop performing those feelings for an audience that will use them against you. Reserve the real, unguarded version of yourself for the people who have actually earned it. To everyone else, you offer calm, steadiness, and nothing that can be turned into a weapon. The world will always contain people who treat other human beings as means to an end. Some of them are obvious. Most of them are not. But not one of them can run their game on a person they cannot read, cannot provoke, cannot isolate, and cannot drain. The moment you stop being useful as a target, they move on. And you are left with something they can never take: your clarity, your peace, and the quiet, unshakable knowledge that you outplayed them without ever letting them know the game had changed.